Hello everyone, this is Marcy from the Strategic Planning, Communications, and Project Management team, and I wanted to thank you for being here to watch our very first ITS Spotlight Live. Our hope with this series is that you get a better understanding of our diverse ITS teams and how they impact campus. Before I introduce our speaker, I'd like to let you all know that you can submit questions at any time using the form on our ITS Spotlight page. We will answer those questions at the end of the presentation. Now, I'd like to introduce Clayne Hendricks from our Infrastructure Project Management and Estimation team. Clayne is going to tell us about his team and some important work that they have done recently. Take it away, Clayne.
I just want to say happy Friday and welcome to this special broadcast in the amazing Faculty Media Depot. As a reminder, this is a live broadcast, so nothing should go wrong, but please bear with us. Lastly, I was under the impression we'd have a hair and makeup person on site for the shoot, but we're going to limp along the best we can. Before we get started, I want to take a moment and express my deepest gratitude for this award. I know a lot of you guys nominated me for this award, and it means a lot to me. Hang on one second. I'm getting. This is not really an awards ceremony. I didn't really win anything. Do we have to keep going? It's embarrassing. Oh, okay. So I apologize for that miscommunication on that. We'll just keep moving right along. So what does infrastructure project management and estimation mean anyway? Well, we collaborate with campus partners on project requirements, costs, and schedules. We facilitate planning and design with multiple groups in ITS, including the network engineering teams. We also coordinate with the technician teams that you see all over campus, getting the work completed. They really are the heartbeat of our group, for sure. From an organization perspective, Shelby Avery manages the structured cabling standards and related quality assurance across the enterprise, and he is a big part of our early engagement with CPMD and many folks in the initiation phases of a project. Scott Sisler manages our project estimation group and is also a huge contributor in early engagement across campus and healthcare. In total, we have a team of 6 project managers and 4 estimators, all housed in the lovely basement of the Perkins Structure number 2. So we want to take a moment to highlight one of our biggest projects that we've been working on for quite a while. You're going to know it when I say it. We want to talk about the Student Center. It's a wonderful example of cross-functional collaboration that we're lucky enough to be a part of. So at this point, let's cue up some pictures. We'll take you through a quick tour for folks who haven't got to explore over there yet. All right, so this is a picture of the ballroom with 5 4K projector screens and state-of-the-art audio and video. These projection screens are huge, y'all. Okay, now we have a picture of the Barnes & Noble bookstore, and yes, as you can see here, they have actual paper books here. It's an amazing facility if you get a chance to go over and visit. So we all know that coffee makes life worth living, and a new Starbucks convenient for the Hardiman folks is finally here. And I have to tell you, I've already seen more smiling faces in Hardiman as a result of this Starbucks. Someone please get a cup of coffee for my buddy Colin Baker whenever you see him. Next up, the first campus escalator is in the bookstore, and I know many of you did not realize that. Steps not required. So this is one of the more exciting amenities in the Student Center, a 560-seat theater with 4K projection and certified Dolby surround sound. Our very own Chris Green is working on a special ITS preview, and those negotiations are ongoing. And Chris, if you don't figure that out, it may impact your PE score next year. So this picture represents an elegant new federal credit union that will be super convenient for those of you guys that bank on campus. It's a lovely facility. One of the more exciting features in the Student Center has to include the dynamic and interactive screens that create an immersive experience for students, employees, and visitors. As an example, you can use these screens for interactive wayfinding and navigation and just get general information about the Student Center. And so several of these have been rolled out if you get a chance to check them out, and there's more coming. So the Student Center was developed to embrace community and collaboration. The social stairs are a perfect example of that. I think you can see Bowman Jr. in the upper left here. If you hurry now, you can get a selfie with Bowman before all the students get back, because there's sure to be lines when the fall semester starts. This pic denotes innovative collaboration spaces for students, and I know it makes me feel a little sad that we didn't have all this when we were in college. We were hunkered around a 17-inch monochrome monitor in somebody's small dorm room, so we've come a long way in the last few decades. We have a new workout facility with 190 pieces of cardio equipment. No more waiting in line for a treadmill at this facility. If we could only have 190 registers at the new Student Center Chick-fil-A, that will be something. I would vote for that. Lastly, we have an expansive dining facility with near infinite options. And most notably, in this picture, we have access points for you and all your friends. If you get to the dining facility and you don't have good wireless coverage, Rick Phillips will buy you lunch. All right, that's the end of the pictures. Wanted to continue on here. I wanted to do a few special acknowledgments for the Student Center because I think it's worthy, and I can't possibly name everybody, but we've had a great collaborative effort here, and it's worthy of noting. At the top of the list, I got to have the ITS technician teams. Doug and Duncan in particular have been there every day, working with us very closely and working with Student Center staff, and they have been just a wonderful crew to work with. I got to mention James Welch and his crew who are supporting a lot of the needs on the PCs and systems, administration, things like that. They're doing a phenomenal job. Rex Stidham and the AV team, same story. A ton of AV solutions in that facility, and they are there with us every step of the way. I got to mention John Herbst and Billy Payne at the Student Center who are giving us a lot of guidance on where we need to be, what the upcoming areas are. So we're super thankful for the partnership with them. Stephen and Nathan with the UKPD, have to give a shout out to those guys. They're always great partners with us, and we really appreciate them. I got to mention Chris Green for all the early engagement and continued project management that he does in that facility. This has been going on for a couple years now, and he's done a great job getting all the requirements and keeping all the parties together. So super appreciate that. Many others I can name, but we had to give a few shout outs on the Student Center. I also want to mention a few campus impacts beyond the Student Center because I think they're noteworthy. There's a fabulous new NICU in the Pavilion H and A and Pavilion A in the new hospital. It's just a beautiful facility that we got to be a part of. So appreciative of that. The entire 11th floor fit up of the new Pavilion A, also just a beautiful facility, and we got to be a part of the wired and wireless infrastructure and phones for that facility as well. Also, some of you may not know, there's a pretty expansive project, a new Greek Park community build-out, pretty near a lot of the fraternities and sororities on campus today. And we're kind of in some of the initial stages of that, but we're going to be a huge part of it, and we're going to help increase security along with the PD, and we're grateful for that opportunity. From a student life perspective, we have continued to partner up with EDR and Eloit, who are the IT focus points for that. And a couple of projects recently in the last few months would include an expansion of Eduroam into the dorms that they did most of the heavy lifting on, but we're a part of as well. And then also we enabled them to increase their uplink capacity to the internet, which I know the students are going to be super excited about. Not just tests, probably some Netflix too, but all the way around the student experience is going to be better. And we can claim victory in our collaboration with that. A lot of folks get excited about athletics. I think it bears repeating. We've been involved with the new baseball stadium, Coach Cal's new office a few months back, which is amazing, and the men's basketball locker room, which is a beautiful facility as well. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some of our campus stakeholders and internal partners who are critical to the successes that we all share here at UK. Healthcare Information Technology and the stuff that they do with us over in the Med Center. Capital Projects and Physical Plant are just critical players in everything we do on the HVAC, power, conduit, all the cable pass, all those things. A critical partner. Healthcare Facilities Planning, who keep us on the right track in the hospital. The UK Police Department I've mentioned, can't say enough about them. Athletics, a great partner with us. The Delta Room, who we like to keep on our good side, or we're going to lose our AC if we don't. And then lastly, I'll mention campus space planning and strategy. Gus Miller and his crew, they're just wonderful partners with us, and we really appreciate them. Lastly, I wanted to mention a few external partners that are also critical to the successes that we share here. Many of you know Windstream, Spectrum, Comtronics, On the healthcare side, we have Hillrom, Philips, Swisslog that we work with on a pretty regular basis. From an outside plants perspective, Dixon Electric and D.H. Elliott, just to name a few of our partners. And then more student-facing partners that we have, EDR, Eloit, and Aramark, I think would be great examples of that. At this time, we're going to open the floor up for some questions, which I'm really excited about. Marcy is going to be our moderator, so don't think you're going to sneak anything crazy in on me. So we'll start looking at questions here. First question, what was one of the biggest challenges for your team in the Student Center project? Well, a project of this size, no matter how much planning you do, no matter how much coordination, communication, there are always going to be challenges. So I think one example that I could use for that would be the expectations of campus are pretty aggressive. We've got a lot of huge events happening in that facility. That is kind of a flagship facility on this campus, and so we have to be ready for those. And because of the aggressive nature of it, some of the contractors and the vendors ahead of us in the sequence have struggled to keep up with everything for good reason. And we're having to kind of, the example we use is we're kind of like bumping up against the pace car to make sure that we're ready, on site to be in lockstep with them. So I think we've done a good job at that, but it has certainly been a challenge, and it's made our port activations and wireless activities just a little tougher. But we've been able to work through it. So what's up next? Oh, that's hilarious. I mentioned the makeup and hair people didn't show up, so you can't blame me for this one. Next question. How many wireless access points are in the whole Student Center? If you see me look down, I'm not cheating. More than 350 wireless access points in the Student Center. The next question is, any upcoming projects for your team that we are really excited about? It's hard to compare anything to the Student Center because that's not even a once-in-a-decade kind of project. But we have Research Building number 2 coming up. That's going to be a really impressive facility. It's at the corner of Limestone and Virginia. It's a massive building that we're just kind of getting our feet wet with that space. That'll be an exciting building. Trying to think of anything of that kind of scale. We have a lot of smaller projects. Obviously the Bowling Green regional expansion is exciting to our administration in the main building, so we're excited about that. Supporting some of the remotes is always fun to get out and meet folks around the state. Okay, next question. Did you or did you not eat an entire pumpkin roll? That's not really a fair question. The pumpkin roll had a lot of cream cheese and candied pecans on it. I ate the entire roll. I'd probably do it again. Next question. I wish I could phone a friend on this. I'll say that we've got a distribution node in RB2 at this point, and I believe we have access layer switches being deployed even this week. As far as the go live, I better consult a friend on that one, and I can provide an update. Next question. Wow, I'm going to say this is probably the best question of the day. I don't know who submitted this question, but I think it's genius. The answer to this question, oh, sorry, I didn't read the question. I apologize. I've got some great teleprompters over here. Okay, here's the question. Do you think golf carts really increase productivity? That answer is unequivocally yes. So whoever the keeper of the golf cart strategy is, I would love to make a plug for them. It is... I'm going to say a game changer, an absolute game changer in productivity and effectiveness. The next question, what is going to happen with the Vaughn warehouse area? So I think the last time we spoke to Gus, which was just a couple of weeks ago, Gus Miller, about Vaughn warehouse, I don't believe the plans for that facility are complete. I think they've run into some challenges, because it was full of tobacco before, so there's some challenges there. I'm pretty sure the public auction folks are going to be there, and I'm not sure beyond that. I don't know if that strategy is set just yet. That's a great question, though. We should keep you posted on that one. Last question.
That was the last question.
Oh, that was the last question.
Okay, and with that, we will bring this session to a close. I want to thank Klain for being very brave and speaking with us today, and also Alex Cuttadine and his team at the Faculty Media Depot for helping us out. We hope you all will join us for our next ITS Spotlight on Friday, August 17th with Dan O'Brien. And please look out in your inbox for a follow-up email with details on how you can watch this lovely session over and over again and how you can volunteer to speak next. Thank you all and have a great Friday.